Hello everyone and welcome to the channel. So today I will be adding a Blackwater extract to my main display tank. So just to give you a bit of a background, this is a 250 liter biotop tank. It has no underwater plants, but it has lots of terrestrial plants on top of the tank. These are some monstera plants, pothos plants, lucky bamboo, and they've got lots of roots under the water. I've got here some juvenile Orinoco altum angels, a group of cardinal tetras, a group of golden tetras, and a couple of hoplocats. Well, so it's not 100% exact biotop, but it's an imitation of a Venezuela or Colombia upper Orinoco habitat. So I've been trying to maintain Blackwater here for quite a while. I've been using catappa leaves, catappa almond leaves. You can see some of them here. I've been also using, well, I'll just show you the catappa leaves, the way they look once they're dry. Well, normally it takes them about 2 or 3 days to release their tannins and color the water into this tea color. I've been also using these peat granules in my canisters. They look like this. I've been using them as filter media in my canister filters, and they work really well as well. So they color the water and they release a lot of tannins and they last for a really long time. My only problem with both of these methods, with using the peat granules or catappa leaves, is that it's really hard to control the level of tannins in your water. When you add catappa leaves or when you add peat granules, you really get lots of intense dark color, but just for a few days. Then you need to keep on adding either of these things, and it's really hard to control the level of this black water element. So I've decided to try a Blackwater extract, which seems to be easier to control because you can dose it, you can use certain doses to add this Blackwater extract. So this is Blackwater peat extract by Torfin. It's called Torfin by Tropical. I think Tropical is a Polish company. I've never used this product before, so I'm gonna give it a try. According to instructions, you need to add 20 milliliter, which is 1 cupful for 200 liters of water. I have here 250 liters, but I'm just gonna add 1 cupful just to see what happens, because I already have some catappa leaves here which already release some tannins, and as you can see, the color of the water is not quite clear. It's a bit brownish. It's not black water yet, but it's not absolutely clear either. I'll shake the bottle just in case. So it looks quite intense. It's really dark, like Americano coffee, and probably even darker. I will add it to the outflow pipe of my canister filter to make sure that it spreads evenly around the tank. So 20 milliliters of this peat extract has been added to the water. You can see the water started to change its color. It's quite brown in here. It's not really black water yet. So I'm thinking that it might take some time to color up, or I might need to add more of it, but I will not be adding more for this point, at this point. So it's been 10 minutes after I have added the extract. The water has changed the color a bit, so it's a bit darker now, and it has a bit more of that tea color that I'd like it to be, but it's still a bit far from a real black water, so I will add a bit more, because actually I haven't added enough for this amount of water, so I will add 5 milliliters more. Yes, just like this. I don't expect too many changes. Yeah, it's certainly much more brownish now, and you can see that it's probably a good start from a Blackwater setup. I will also say a couple of words of why we create these Blackwater setups, why we create these Blackwater biotopes. A lot of soft water tropical fish, both from South America or Southeast Asia, as well as from sub-Saharan Africa, they live in nature in Blackwater habitats. This is water heavily stained by tannins released by vegetation and driftwood. So one particular characteristic of Blackwater is that it has positive effect on fish's skin, on parasites. It's very good for lots of soft water species, those species which like acidic soft water conditions. That's why you can only use Blackwater extract or catappa leaves or other means of creating Blackwater biotope if you already have soft water. So if you have something above pH 7.0, it is unlikely that you would be able to create this acidic Blackwater conditions. So you need lower pH. In my case, I have a pH of 6.0, which is closer to necessary level of acidity, and it's certainly not neutral and it's not hard, so it's closer to softer conditions, and that's why I'm able to use all these things in order to create this Blackwater biotope. And it's quite natural for all the species that I have in this tank. For example, for Altum angelfish, they live in Blackwater habitats, as well as cardinal tetras, they live in Blackwater habitats, so they feel more comfortable and more natural in these conditions. And of course, Blackwater, it looks a bit different from clear water, so it's darker and it may look like you haven't changed your water for quite a while, and that's why it has this yellowish and brownish color, but in reality this is not the case, clearly. So yeah, you have to get used to Blackwater. It may not look appealing to you from the start once you start creating these Blackwater habitats, but as long as you get used to it and as long as you know what it is, and it's not just dirty water in your fish tank, but it's actually specifically and on purpose made as Blackwater habitat, you can find it very appealing and beautiful. As for example is the case with my tank, I find it looking much more appealing as a Blackwater setup rather than as a clear water setup. So yeah, that's pretty much all about this video, and leave your comments in the comment sections. There will be more similar videos to come, and I'll see you in the next video.